Good evening. Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth. Chris, James, and because this is really his forte,
Yeah,
pass it straight back
I'm
over.
starting. This is like the third video doing back to back of horror films. My voice is starting to go, but this is going to be horror films that, like us, horror breed. We're a breed. Like we know what we watch.
Yeah,
Like
you're a breed.
we are a breed. That, that we, you get it or you don't. So this one is horror films that are worth watching, even though they're probably not. But you might have missed them. So just a few shout out kind of top five.
I like that. Yes,
Yeah,
things you might have missed.
yeah. Some you might not have seen. It's just so you got something to watch over. It's Halloween. You're like, oh, what can I watch? I'm gonna tell you. And the first one. Do you want to say number five?
Coming in at number 5.
I got from Chris. Do you want to have a guess what it was?
No.
It's called Insanitarium.
Oh,
It's a
so good.
it's a beauty. Now this film breaches the line between stupidity, horror, comedy, dark. No one knows what this film is, but if you're a horror fan, it's worth checking out. If you're a normal human being, skip to the next video. Anyway,
I love
Insanitarium,
this film.
and it's just nuts. So this guy literally, his sister gets put in an insane ward, mental, and whatever. I don't know what the political correct stuff is to say, but she's locked away. So he slashes himself up to get taken in, and he knows there's some weird stuff going on upstairs. At one point, what is it? He's eating a cat or something. Someone starts eating the head of a
Yeah.
cat. It's just weirder and weirder as the film goes on, and it basically ends up in an all-out blood brawl, splatter fest by the end of it.
It's almost like a zombie horror.
Yeah, it's like a zombie twisty. It's not a twist. I don't know
The
why I'm saying
only
it. There's no
worthwhile
twist in
horrors
it.
there are.
In Sanitarium, it's definitely under the radar. I don't even know where you'd be able to watch this film. It's very low budget. It's very cheesy. It's a fun time if you like horror.
I I don't like horror movies. I love this film.
It's
I
just
forgot when
it's
you were
just
like, "Do you
ridiculous.
know?" I'm like, "No." And then when you said it, I was like, "Oh wow, that's a blast."
Okay,
Great. Okay, you're gonna struggle to top that. Hmm.
right. So again, trying to put some films in you might not have seen. This one's called the Jatlova Pass. It might even be called the Jatlova Pass Incident or the Devil's Pass. So these guys are going up to this mountain in Russia, where it's got this historical, this disaster that took place. People disappeared, all the usual stuff. They come to the little town. It's very vibrant. You really build a rapport with these people. Then there's obviously some guy in a window showing some Russian, crazy Russian stuff and warning them. They have to translate it, and it's like, oh, don't go up there. They end up the mountain. Things start happening as they go up the mountain. When they're up at the mountain, they find a base, an old Russian like war base where they're experimenting and doing weird, twisted things. They're in there. It does lose a bit of its touch when it comes down to your CGI and your effects in this movie, but these are very low budget horror films. They're cheap and cheerful, but this one will definitely keep you going with the characters, the jump scares, and it has a twist at the end, which is not a major twist, but it is a twist. And I think it's a cheeky little number that you may not have seen.
I haven't seen it, and I'm gonna give it a go.
It's creepy. It's a jump scare film. It's a little gory, but it's mostly for your jump scare people, and it's got a good little build to the ending. It's number four.
Okay, that is one that I think people may have missed.
Top three. I'm gonna actually say I think we're getting to some solid horror films after 3 weeks of me talking about Frogman, and I'm gonna keep saying Frogman in all our videos from now on.
Number
Who's in
three.
this film? T.J. Miller is in this film. Kristen Stewart is in this film. It's called Underwater. And some people may not say this is a horror film, but it definitely is. It's a mixture of a horror film, a thriller, a natural disaster, and some other stuff I'm not going to say because I've ruined the film. But basically, they're underwater. This film, they're in a base, and at the very beginning of the film, Kristen Stewart's character, the water starts blasting in. They've got to decide whether they shut and close the doors. All your standard to save the crew and out. They're losing pressure. There's damage. It is a really well made film. It's really suspenseful. It's really keeps bringing you on to want to watch the next scene. TJ Miller's kind of himself in it. He's funny, but he doesn't detract from the movie and the intensity of the movie. It's got some gore, which is really not over the top, but it's done to perfection, where you think, oh god, that sucks. A guy's like gets devacuumed in his suit when he's underwater, and the pressure crushes him, and it's made gross, but it's not just done randomly to have loads of gore. It's effective in the way it's done. There is a monster element to it, and it's got a really it from beginning to end, it's really solid, and it has a good. It's hard for me to talk about it because I don't want to say, if you haven't seen it, anything I say about it will only ruin it more than it will help, because of it follows a storyline. But it's a really good watch. If you haven't seen Underwater, it's got a great cast, great acting. It's not horror to the point where you're going to be like, oh, that was a classic horror film, but it will give you a couple of jump scares. It's very unsettling. It's very claustrophobic. It's definitely worth a go.
I haven't seen Underwater.
I would actually recommend.
I actually thought
you should watch.
I would watch it.
No, I think
you said.
Out of all the ones I've said, you might enjoy this one. Out of also Frogman. Right.
Let's move on to number 2.
Number 2.
Is it Frogman?
It's Frogman. No, it's number 2 is Apostle. So I watched this just randomly one day many years ago, and I can't remember much about it other than that it was really disturbing. So it's like this detective guy. It's from more the olden times. I'm not specifically sure when, but it's set in the past. It's got very similar to the Wicker Man vibes, but it's more disturbing, and it hasn't got Nicolas Cage going around even though that's not the original. But anyway, it's got some really disturbing devices which they screw into this guy's head. It's got a supernatural element. It's got a detective element of trying to figure out what's going on. The locals are really bizarre and weird. It's really well produced, directed, and acted. It will keep you in suspense throughout the whole film. Again, I don't want to say a lot about it. Anything I say about it will just ruin the movie. But if you've not seen Apostle, you'll be able to see the trailer as I'm talking. You'll get the vibe from that immediately. You should definitely check out Apostle.
Apostle.
Yeah. Just
in case you didn't say it enough times in the last sentence.
I'm saying it a lot. Yeah, I can't remember a lot about the film.
To be fair, it sounded interesting.
It is. But you'll be watching the clip over the top of me speaking, so you might get a better representation of what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so that was your number
2. So number 1
is
a film starring Florence Pugh. Or was it Pugh?
It's Pugh, I think.
Why did I think her name was Plough when she used to actually be decent in films? It's called Midsommar. And it is a cult film. And the only thing I love more than a good conspiracy is a good cult. So she is having some trouble at home with her boyfriend. She's depressed. She's on freaking Ativan. And she really plays the character incredibly well. It's not like you see her develop throughout the film and trying to build herself up and fit in with her friends. And they end up going to... One of her friends has got, this guy who's from this place which is in the middle of nowhere. I can't remember which country it is. It might be somewhere like Sweden or somewhere. I can't remember specifically. But it's a cult village. I don't know how they don't know when they get there that it's a freaking cult village, but you know how these films go. And it just steadily grinds all the way through. It just starts off being, oh, why is this guy at the gate with a gun? Oh, it's protecting the village. Well, that makes sense. Oh, why are the old people this way? Like, just so many things don't start adding up. Someone disappears, but it's done so well. This film, some people may have actually seen this one. It's been noticed a lot more than some of the others, but it's been noticed because it's really good. Then you got your classic hut at the end of the communion where everyone's living in that. Of course you can't go in there. Why can't you go in there? It's really dark. It's really twisted. It's grim. It's really good, this film. It's definitely worth watching. If you like cult films, this is one of the top ones.
I mean, that's fair enough.
It's very good. I hope you have at least one pick out of the past 3 videos that someone's going to check out. Insanitarium is probably... for me, it's between Insanitarium and Frogman. But, you know...
The problem is, They are definitely the worst ones. Like,
You haven't seen Frogman.
I just know. You just.
I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but you're not wrong.
I have definitely seen Sanitarium, and that film.
I just think you're going to be judging all the other films now based off me saying Insanitarium.
I'm gonna watch that film again. I forgot. Oh, I missed something that great.
Yeah, honestly, if you guys have any other recommendations or think anything should be different, please put some in the comments. I love watching all these random ass films, and some are just so terrible they're terrible. Some are so terrible they're good. It's a mixed bag, and share the wealth, as they say.
That's a good comment.